I'm putting the sound on. Say what? Do I look it up on Facebook? Never. I don't know if I trust. The problem with buying building materials on Facebook is that I always think it's stolen. Right? Sometimes it's leftovers from a job. But if it's something like electrical wire, no way would an electrician sell it below market. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to have to buy it again.
Yeah.
So, at market. So there's not a profit in it unless it was free to you. And then if it was free to you,
You stole it.
I feel like you probably stole it. And I just cannot knowingly buy stolen anything. Like if you live in a thief world, you're gonna experience crook shit. Unfortunately, I don't get robbed or shit stolen from me very often. So I feel like the philosophy as a whole is working. What the fuck do I know? Where's my glove? As soon as I turn the camera on, I lose every fucking thing I ever touched. Immediately. Look, a glove. I took the glove off to turn the camera on. Perfect analogy, Brad. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you today. All right, let's go ahead and grab one of these. Oh, that pole is not going to do us no favors. You can put it on the desk right here. And then I can walk it around and you can have it. Did I put enough shit in you?
Not quite.
You put some roller skates and some ball bearings down for you. So we're going 3 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
Where's that tape measure I just bragged about having? All right, here we go. That didn't work. Box over here. Unfortunately, we don't even have to be square for this shit at all. We've got to be square on the outside, cut, but not the inside. I am going to mark this thing perfect as I can, and then we'll see if we can get this saw calibrated to it. And then we'll be fast action after that. Hopefully. Who else is in the chat? Violent and royalty. Where's God help? I'm on the right page. You might not be. This is the behind the scenes person that makes everything happen. I don't even know how to use screwdrivers yet. You ready? Alright, this shouldn't be. Man, look at that sawdust. On my bearings. Yeah, I got to put the WD-40 on. Some little woodworking projects, I'm very seldom telescope because it's so small. But with this, I have been treating my lady right. Huh?
I got to see that we did here.
I better have a can of W. No, thank you. W?
You back out?
No. Oh, my cleaning up is just as fucked up as my messing up crap. It's just as messy. Oh, I need some water. along with it. Ooh, you know what though?
What's that?
This is sawdust to some degree, light, but I got some workshop wax. It's over there on the thing. It's gonna say general purpose. It's gonna be a little canister. There'll be two of them stacked on top of each other not on the desk, but on that shelf in front of you. To the left, to the right, my fault.
Other right.
I'm almost sure.
You just a camera.
Right in there somewhere, I think. It's two canisters. They look like maybe the size of snuff cans.
Yeah. Is it that?
Yes.
You need one of these?
I need one of those. Check on them. One of them's gonna say general purpose. That's the one I want.
Both of them take general first.
Well, then bring them over.
Oh, right. You go shop on.
I'll take a read because I got to see what each one of them does. I thought the general purpose one. One of them you gotta put stuff on and wait. I don't want that one. I want the one that you. I don't know. I'm just telling you what it works for you. This general purpose. Blah blah blah. This one. Apply with a small amount clean rag. They rest for 20 minutes. Nah. All right. And then I'll get one of those blue shop towels right there. Spindle. Thank you, sir. Let's see if this works for that. I haven't tried it yet. My rag is on fire. So I might have violated the chemical composition by having the WD-40 also present. We'll see if I haven't compromised it too much. But, ooh, better to see anyway. Sawdust sliding out as I go.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll let the wet back do a little bit of this. Then I'll put a little bit of this brush over about it. See if I can get We're building lumber. Somebody asked, I'm sorry I missed it. Well, you know, you gotta work the tools first and get them right. But what we've got is the unique problem of some fabricated boards on some spec homes, on a spec house. And so they made the house bands exactly 12 inches, and they made these manufactured joists exactly 12 inches, which is great, except absolutely nothing in a store that you can pick up today is 12 inches. It's 11.25 inches. So we got to add that 3/4. and still try to stay structurally sound, because this is going to carry some load, and we have to compensate for some rotted boards that we're not going to be able to remove entirely. We're going to have to sister up on both sides, otherwise we will definitely affect the structure of the house. In a nutshell. Back to it. Ready? That wasn't. Let's look at our line. So we definitely wasn't straight.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to matter in a huge way to me and you, but in a second I'm going to show them how to get that saw back straight. Because in a perfect world, you don't even need to make that line, you just need to make a dot. If the blade hits it, it's going to go straight from it, no matter what. Standard upright procedure is up with your foot. I don't lean like that. I'll get a real attitude. You can lay right on the floor somewhere if you want. Lay on the floor if you want. I feel like I'm sitting on my car hood when I do that. There we go.
You can anchor. But you did anchor it in.
Yeah, I did. I see it. Before we do that, let's go ahead and square this thing up. I'm going to use this big red mark because it's visible, but if you did want to tree your saw, this is how you do it. That's a 90 and I know it. I'm going to go right next to that line, just barely next to it. You see how I'm tight here and I got wider and further away? That means my saw needs to go this way. It's going this way, but only slightly. So then I pull this little finger adjust, turn that loose, because there's a little notch in this that makes it want to lock right into that. Right? But we know that that is not a true 90, it's a little bit off. We just tested it. So we gotta pinch it and go a little bit, ever so slightly. See, you don't want to drop right into that groove. So you get right there, because it's super close. And I'm gonna tighten it. Then I'm gonna scoot over. Hit that same line. Now this board's got a cup in it, so it's giving the illusion that I moved away from the line, but you see here, I start and finish in the same place. I'll tell you, true up is sharp or square. Now, the sucky thing about that is, you'll always have to tighten it right there, right? Because there's not an internal adjustment on this one, but you'll always have to tighten it right there. And every degree on this that locks in will be that little half a tick off. So, that's how you true it up though. But it'll stay the same for all your cuts. Alright, we'll grab another one. We'll grab the back side of those since I'm going this way. Come on. Just come on.
Y'all trying to pull it so you get past the paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to go over it. Whoop. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back a little bit so I can move that junk. Just put it in my way. And you could also do this with the tape measure if you're doing rough carpentry, sort of like what we're doing. Bring it down. That's on the line. There we go. We don't necessarily want that to be the case, but it is what we got. Same thing, chicken wing. It's like jazzercise. Kick my foot up, get a workout in while also bodybuilding it up. That's a bow and a board. Which is expected.
Yeah.
Next time I would build one of these fences, I would put a little groove in the very bottom of it for the dust to go in. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. More trouble. Now, you'll be delighted to know that this shit is exactly in our way. I think we want to go to the table saw, and I think we're going to want. We're not going to need a lot of support, but I'm going to roll that around too for support. My phone. Quick second, put some shit away.
You gonna put this stuff somewhere?
You
gonna put this stuff somewhere?
Yeah, these brackets you can put up there anywhere on that shelf that you can find. I'll be able to stay. What y'all gonna say? This is holy shit. Smell like pine. Yeah, I like that smell. Oh, yeah, it didn't give me cancer.
So what I'm gonna do is probably remaneuver this wetback cord to over here. You don't want to pull back because it's jump right off the wall. I don't want you to grab it and shot the shit out yourself. It's you know, one of them that I never locked in, but I move it up and down all the time. You can plug that in over here with the table saws. I mean, in this place right here. Because we're going to use it on this table saw. Go put him with the world. I saw you grabbing it by yourself. I was like, okay.
It's the industrial strength bench right there.
So, from here, we pull that. All we need it to be is where we had enough room behind us to run that 8 foot and enough room in front of us to catch it. So that can happen going this way, that can happen going that way, that can happen going really any direction. This is already here, so I'll just pull it this way. I'll turn that so it's facing this way. Yeah. And that right there is the whole side. That's the side I'm gonna come in this way. Just pull it just like you got. We do it counterclockwise. Oh, 1/4 turn counter. So that means my wet vac will be over here. That's all it needs to do is work. Get in there, take it. Take it. Lock it too. Lock it. Alright. I don't need to go super far. So the 8 footer will just go through that hole, I guess. Go ahead and grab one of those sides. We're going to send it through from that side to that side. Appreciate you, sir.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab one of those Milwaukee's. All of these are gonna get plugged in over here. This one seems to strain on this thing, but we're not cutting a whole bunch of shit. So I think we'll be alright. But usually I try to push that by itself. I'm gonna aim for the doorway. So, what do we agree we needed? 3/4.
Oh, I think it is 3/4. Or is it 3/4 off?
Yeah, it's 11 and, let's double check. 11 1/4, so yeah, we need 3/4, but then we were gonna take the 1/8 off of that, right? So, that would be 5/8. Now, do big. So, remove all the shit that I just put on top of this fucking off of it. You'll be a woman tonight. I don't like songs that sound like that. Don't they sound like they're doing something bad to somebody's daughter? You'll be a woman. Because the guy singing it don't sound like a young man. What are you saying, Grandpa? What are you saying? I'm going to run these through twice, so I'm not going through that whole 2x.
Yeah.
I'll do one side, flip it, run it again. It won't be the prettiest cut, but it'll be, you know, it'll work. It'll still work like a son of a bitch. All right, let's go ahead and get the vac going. Watch your feet. Once the object is near this blade at the end, then you pull it from that point. Otherwise, it'll kick back. Okay. When it makes the final cut, it'll want to kick back. So you got to pull it like this in a minute. Ready? Not bad, amigo. So we got 2 12s or 3 8s, and it gives us what we need. We go and hit these on the chop saw. Tape measure. 6. Every time every 5 minutes I feel like something crawling on. Is it obsessive compulsion?
Who you think about the rant?
Man, if I don't know, every time I encounter insects, I feel like they crawling on me after that. Or sawdust, anything that felt like an insect crawling on me. Oh, it's eating my skin right now. I'll be dead by dawn. Tell my children I love them. Hold on, don't give me no pressure yet. Give me no pressure yet. oh shit, can we even get, we can't even get 3. Numerically, we can get what we want, but realistically, we cannot. We don't end up with 36-inch long pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have to do another rip. Go with that one. We should do what we want. I feel like I should have Benny Hill music playing all the time when I'm in the shop. How many we got? 6. 6 of those. How many big boards we got? 9? 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How do we know we're 8 out of 3? Oh, 8. We got 4. So we got 2 more to need. So we're gonna rip this one. Ripping and rhyming and rip. Rhyming and rip. Who in here? What up, Mr. Numbers? What up, Beard Grooves, man? I'm glad to see you, Holmes. Doo-doo-doo. Mike in the building. This one, boy, I think we got enough horses to go ahead and make a full rip with. But this one's gonna be a little bit crucial. Make sure you catch me on that lip right there. And make sure when we get to the end, you're gonna have a good pull
Grip on it?
Yeah. Nothing excessive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I got a Kung Fu grip.
The Kung Fu grip. Right, here we go. Perfect execution, my friend. Thank you.
Sorry,
Back to these. Back to these. We need 2 more, right? Just 2. Yeah. Check my chat from Andy Rob. Make sure he's coaching today. I think this was his tough day. Okay, so now we're going to basically turn one of these into an assembly table and start putting these together.
Good.
Please will be this one since it's right here.
You say you had to cut this down or no?
Do what? Cut what down?
You say you had to cut it off of this or no?
No.
Okay, good. Just
No, I wouldn't be added to it. What we did was make our measurement a 1/16 of an inch shorter than what we wanted it to be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What we're gonna do is,
That can be the table?
this one right next to you. Since it's right here, I'm just gonna set it right here. We'll set a few of them across it. Thank you. Parallel. This video will set up right like that.
You can move it and shoot it up there. Shoot it up.
We're gonna do both. But we're gonna set all these up here for now. They don't have to necessarily be uniform with themselves or anything like that. Same group. This was open, we'll use it. We'll probably snip the top off. In fact, after this, I don't have to rustle.
We're gonna hang this with.
Wherever you want. You put it right inside that. The top shelf. Safety shelf, I mean. Safety shelf. Get that compressor right there in the corner. Find a place to plug it in for me. And see if we can locate the holes for it. We're just gonna use a finish nailer to fasten these on. It's just gonna be a temporary hole out of glue. That's what it's doing. You might take your mask off too quick.
Mm-hmm. I can go in this one?
Yep. Wait a minute. Leave it up. You can leave it up. Yeah. breathe again, Tony Braxton.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm loading these down pretty good. On the ones that I haven't, switch a bit more. See on that wall right there?
Yep.
Give me for the blue, what you call it?
These are it.
Yeah, the blue ones.
Got it.
You know how to come as fast as we get some of them. Keep in mind, it needs to be at least 12 inches wide on that job. You have a picture.
What? Oh. You wanna put this on there?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing the same thing. I'm gonna put that one here. Once I fasten, tighten a little bit, get some squeeze out. In fact, once we do that, let's just move them away. Thank you. Get another clamp, put it on the other side of that one.
Oh, shit.
Glue. Oh, that's it. No, no, you can carry about them clamps. Once you tighten it.
Oh, okay.
A couple handles. Just make sure they're not squeezing out of place. They can little slip around sometimes.
Alright, we out of these. We'll go to the next one.
We'll just keep doing what we're doing here. Maybe we'll put some weight on these, turn them upside down at the very least. In fact, go find some, there's a little box over there. See if we got some screws at least. I think we're gonna want at least 1.5 inches. At least 1.5 inches. Anything over 1.5 inches like that. Get one of the screw guns and a number 2 Phillips on it. Check on that, what's called right there. Right there is the screw driver right next to you. Got number 2. If we put like just 3 of them in there, I think that'll be plenty for us to squeeze out. Yeah, one in the middle and one close to the chin, maybe 6 or so inches inside. Yeah.
6 inside and
One in the middle.
one in the middle.
Get straight? Those you
Yeah,
lady calling back.
she handled it. Yeah, it's 1117.
Let me put those in the box over here for the rest of the screws. So, thinking about tearing that other wall down. Maybe go to the landfill while this shit is drying here. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, rely on those drywall screws. Man, I gotta start figuring out what to do back here. Get that shit off the wall. These are dead for at least an hour. That's not. Let's go straight back to the job. We might be able to use those as braces or something if we need.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put some more screws in these ones with the clamps on them, and then we can pull those clamps, put them away. Not even have to worry about it. I think once we got them squeezed and they're fastened in, this is not pretty carpentry. It's rough carpentry. Two more and I'm gone. That's all I need, ladies and gentlemen. Two more and I'm gone. That's all I'm gonna need. Two more and I'm gone. How many you need?
Oh,
Three more and I'm
do it, nigga.
no. Maybe. 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 Yeah. Maybe. In fact, yes. Might be the real answer. So we need more screws in this. We can take these clamps off of those ones. Put a couple screws in these ones. We'll put those clamps right back on their shelf where it was. All our problems, past and present, solved simultaneously. Except for them goddamn Yukon boots you got on. Huh?
They good for 10 below.
Kid, you ain't seen 10 below in Georgia in your whole life. Yeah. Yeah, we'd be calling CNN if it ever got. I'd be making the announcement myself. Attention, Brad needed his boots today.
10 below.
And then if I can start camouflaging my face and go hunt my neighbors for the air compressors and generators.
I got these in Ohio.
Oh, no, they weren't native boots. Fucking, you can get them from Marietta.
Marietta got the cutesy boots.
Hey, McCall, how you doing, man? I think I'm gonna have a garage sale at the end of the week. All of my shit I made, I have no other use for other than sell. I'm fucking hungry already. How about you?
I was home before I got here.
God damn.
Like, no, this shit.
Oh shit, what time is it?
Oh, never mind.
That's 9, probably fast. Alright, you want me back here?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Cook you something?
You got to buy your sandwiches. Alright, I'll close this till you get back. What we're doing in the chat. What we're doing in the chat. I've neglected you long enough. Woo coffee table. That is an idea. I had somebody mention that to me that had been done. And I think I'm down to do it as well though. For sure. That's a good idea. The Woo coffee table. I thought about doing a Woo shower tile in this shower over here. What up, Cobb? Of course Wes must play Minecraft. Actually, I do not. I've never ever played Minecraft. But my kids do. And this thing is going to be a Wes Pez dispenser. Wes does it Pez dispenser. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But it's gonna be a working wooden Wes Pez dispenser. Eventually. I got cool kids, but you know, not me so much. What I'm working on right now is these. It's gonna be a little weird to explain, but I'll try. I got a cantilever, some floor joists that extend out and create a fascia on a split level home. That means that the edge of the house sits out from the house a little bit like this, right? And the ends of the boards that are coming this way have rotted out, and the board here, the fascia, has rotted away. However, these boards are not 2x like this, where I've got good meat to stick hit. They are 1/2 inch ply with a 2x2, and that's not enough. So those coming out that way, I don't have enough strength on the ends of those boards till you'd be able to nail on a new fascia. So what I did was get these 12x, and what I'm going to do is sandwich those, sister up to them is what we call that. Sandwich those in, let those reinforce that, and then fasten to the face of these because there'll be plenty of material. But those are engineered boards which were 12 inches exactly, and as we all know in American standards, what we do is round down for some weird reason, and our 12x2 boards are not 12x2, they're 1.5 inches by 11 1/4. So I had to make up that 3/4 by adding a board to it so that I can have good strength on the install, so that I can have enough strength on the cantilever wall and enough nailing surface for the fascia board. And then we'll waterproof it, wrap it, and all that stuff. That mold was wild on that last short. Yeah, this is what that's for. When we rip all of that out, this is gonna be the new strength. Yeah, it was crazy. Kids, how many kids do I have? I have 5. 5. Ages from 28 to 15. Makes sense. Your guess was wrong. What was your guess, Tree Carcass? I love that name, by the way. Oh, thanks, Mario. I appreciate that. Hey, Mike, how much was in the lottery? What? A lottery? Who won the lottery? You won the lottery? 4-player Wu-Tang arcade available. What? What you talking about? What? What? What's available? What? Sound like something I want. What are you talking about? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. I might give this away in the garage sale or sell it. And then the other one, I don't even know where it's at. I think it's upstairs in the bedroom. We had a lottery for what you're making. Oh, okay. I guess dragon sculpture Minecraft style. Ah. Listen, I really have won the lottery today. I can pay somebody to come make to come play over here. Like, yeah, that's when I had to be making some money, family. Where is the thing that I was looking for when I needed the thing that I wanted? Is this it back here? Let me see. That was it. That was exactly the thing. Did anybody guess right? Did anybody guess right? So as you can see, cleared out my space for what it kind of originally was intended to be. Is just to support my business and keep my woodworking and carpentry good. Nobody wants it. That's okay. Who was closest? Anybody close? Oh, y'all were probably guessing artistic stuff. I did have a good friend of mine tell me it might not be the worst idea to separate the contractor from the artist. But I find that difficult. I do find it difficult to carry duality on anything. But not necessarily duality, I just spill over into spaces that I also occupy. I think I do. I think Beard said stairs, I guess shelving. I said floor supports. Floor supports is actually the right answer, because these are going to be in the house, going over they're going to sister to a similar situation to that, go inside of that cavity, extend out about a foot, and what's inside of here is going to get sistered, not in this house, but a similar circumstance. And so it will be supporting the floor above it, absolutely. Because we're going to have to cut out the subfloor to get new subfloor on top of it, because this extended out from a patio, a deck, because the deck was the original job. But when we pulled the deck, we saw all this damage. So yeah, Beard was right. Beard grooves for the win. It's good guesses all around. Except for the dragon. Except for the dragon. I don't think the dragon was a good. Well, I did call this the Great Ape Knife, so I guess dragon's not entirely beyond me. That would have been cool, though. Hey, Carcass. Don't do that to Beard. Don't you do that to Beard. Dang it. Time him out for 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You'll spend it wisely. You walk around today with some extra bag of righteousness on your shoulder, right? Little righteousness on your side today. I had a drywall job for a bay window turned into a roof repair, Sister Joyce floor repair. Yay, water damage. Facts. Facts. Yeah, it definitely happens that way. I think I'm gonna do, I haven't been able to decide what trim I want to do around the inside of this window and the outside of this window, and I'm every day leaning a little bit towards just drywalling it and squaring it out and making it nice and clean, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna do, and I might do that tonight. I was thinking of doing something cool and cute and unique, but that doesn't stop me from doing that. But it does make that window look more finished, and it, you know, and as the space starts to finish up or get better than it was, then I'm a lot more inclined to want to see finished things. Because this is all just primer that I put on the walls after I did the drywalling and all that stuff. I'm going to leave the primer on the ceiling because I generally will just prime a ceiling, put extra coats and leave it. But, yeah. But this was the old shop. Showed y'all that. Well, not the old, yeah, the old shop. When I first moved in this house. When I started YouTube is when I moved into that space. That's what I have in my townhouse. Drywall edges getting chipped by life. Yeah, Mike, you're making a great point. What I am going to do, though, for sure, is put me a little ledge right here. Because I want a nice little cute little ledge. And I think I might round it out, you know what I'm saying? And put a nice wood right there to show that. Because this view, I did not expect this view. As you can see, this is under the underside of my deck up top. So I didn't expect this to be a good view. So I didn't anticipate any of that. I was just going to put, you know, window blinds over that, and that was going to be it. But that view, because one, there's nothing else in the room, but that view was surprisingly good for an underneath a deck situation. And it's so green, and it's like that for 8 months out of the year. So it also inspired me to change the color pattern palette that I was going to go in here. Teak would be fantastic, beard grooves. I'm going to see if I can find it. But I definitely want to put some natural elements in it. What I wanted to do was use what I brought out of the space, because we bought this house. That bathroom wasn't listed. Well, it was just stubbed out mostly, and a toilet sitting there, but it wasn't listed. And this wall, I'll show you real quick. This wall wasn't here. This ran flush across, and it looked like this paneling where on the other side of those vertical black lines that just run parallel. So it was all ugly, and it just looked like a wall of that. And also some old ugly wood, which turned out to be 100-year-old, I'll show you, chestnut. And because it's the chestnut, I salvaged it. And I thought, well, I thought I'd build a vanity out of it too. But the thing about chestnut is it's a darker wood when it stains. And I don't want to go that dark in that space. I want to keep everything very light in that space, except for the accents are going to be black. But I want to use light woods. Teak would be a great choice. Is that what I made the box from? Oh, let me see. Hey, Lions, what up, man? This box. Sai has entered the chat. Yep. I made this box from wood, and then I wrapped it in the foam. Oh, you're talking about the box? Yes. Yes, that's what I made the box from. And I think it's lovely. And I think it's rich, and I think it's beautiful, and I'm thrilled about it. But that bathroom is so bright with that one window and all the lights I put in there intentionally to get it brighter. I want it to stay that way. I want to keep the darker elements out. The windows already have that dark trim. That's why I'm going to go with like dark fixtures. But yeah. Also, check it out. I salvaged these 2 white lawn chairs and cleaned them up. My client was like, "Oh, throw all that out." And I was like, "Okay." I got a pressure washer. So now I got plenty of outdoor seating for free. Yeah, that knife box I shipped out was dope. House is a beauty, man. Thank you, Lions. It's been a lot of work. It's still a lot more work. But, you know, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, for a year before I was on YouTube, every day I was doing stuff to this house. A lot of ceiling work. A lot of drywall, a lot of paint. Built a couple rooms. Built this door. But also built that room. Built that wall. So that could be a bedroom. That was open, and that was just another dumb formal piano room. Buy an old house with some problems, and then you go solve the problems. And now you got a classic house. So we'll have deck time chat with Wes for sure. So cool how you can just move walls. Yeah, I mean, some walls, you know, some walls. Some walls you better not touch it. You're going to have a problem on your head. You do work to be proud of, Wes. Yeah, I thank you. I think most of us do. You know, if we're going to dedicate our whole day to something, we try to be, you know, decent at it. I just dedicated 1,000 years and 1,000 hours per day for 1,000 years. So y'all might not know this, but been losing some weight purposefully. I'm trying to stay at my actual natural weight. Like I spent most of my life trying to bulk up, and I don't get but so big because my natural weight is literally like I'm a lightweight, literally. Like in any sport, my weight is a lightweight. So when I do get heavier or I get any fat on me at all, my knees hurt like I got when I'm 10 pounds heavier than I'm used to being in my ideal weight, my knees hurt like I'm carrying a backpack. Up until then, I can glide, but it's a weird thing. It's like Mother Nature cuts me no slack. I couldn't be fat if I wanted to. It would immediately suck. Who needs load-bearing walls? Not me. I know that's right, Taz. You got to give them the tail light warranty, though, when that happens. They're like, yeah, I'll move it. Your warranty ends at the end of the driveway. And you see those lights go from brake lights to the distant sunset lights. That's it. Y'all want to see something absolutely stunning? I know you do. I know you do. My wife set these out this morning. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna build glass, a glass display case for them. and probably mirrored because I don't want to miss the bottom. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking kidding me. So anyway, I'm going to keep bragging about these because I'm so that proud of them. OCD. And Benjamin also made these salt and pepper shakers. He didn't even tell me he was doing it. And look how it's a dark wood for one and the lighter wood for the other. Guy's a genius, man. Beer Groove says my roof, I'm reading everything I want to read, but not what I'm reading. My knees are in rough shape. Knees do that, man. Watch the video of him making them 3 times. Are you serious, Mike? I watched this video a bunch. And then I watched that one. I was live both times, but I went back and watched them because I just thought they were beautiful. I had no idea he was going to give me these until he said it. And me and my wife gasped out loud. Those salt and pepper shakers are amazing. Look at that, man. This is what I wish I could get to someday. It's like, look at that. Get your own brand in there. That's nice and deep too on end grain. Love it. Oh, and a little stand for them so you don't have to worry about your salt and pepper trickling out amongst the other things. We got those out because we just couldn't stand to hide them. She put them oranges in, and I immediately took those oranges back out of those bowls. I was like, no, ma'am. My wife saw the vid and asked if I wanted a lathe. He would do that. Lana says, yeah, that logo finishes them nice. It does. I ain't gonna front. These make me feel rich. Like, I don't think I've had anything like this in my home. I've got a few other things that I think, but look at that. How amazing is that logo on the bottom of that bowl? And they're both maple. Both of the bowls are maple. I get fixated, so it's kind of my happy place. So, Mike, did you decide you wanted a lathe after you saw them? I would, if I didn't already have a lathe that I'm still incredibly intimidated by because it doesn't work yet, but, you know, it does. The motor works, but the mechanisms that you move about are bound up by the particle board that it originally was sitting on. Thanks, Tree. These are beautiful. Benjamin Winkle. If you are not a member, you're insane because you're missing out. But he's in Denmark, and I think he just goes over live on the weekends. And so it's really early here. I just get up very early. So if you're up at like 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or anything in front of that, you'll probably be able to catch him on a Saturday or Sunday morning. I think it's mostly Saturdays, but sometimes I've caught him on Sundays. Mike says, I wanted a lathe before I saw them. No room in my shop. I feel you. They take up a lot of space and they make a lot of shavings. That's the one thing I'm kind of like about them because they make a lot of shavings, and vacuums don't do anything for that. You just gotta sweep them up or send them, whatever. So I'm gonna keep mine right by the door so that I can just open up the garage door and blow them out into the yard, into my woods. But my lathe I haven't used at all yet. And this is still my daily carry. Ever since I bought this knife, it's been amazing. It's been so good for so many things. And that little convex blade is fantastic. What was surprising about this is because this part of the blade is just dead flat. Right here, this acts as a razor. I use this all the time to scrape stuff. Like if I had I didn't expect this to be sort of a substitute for a box cutter type knife. But if you keep it sharp, you get a curved edge does really good on rope, and then you get a straight edge that does really good on anything. You hate the mess, but it's really fun. And it looks like fun. I feel similarly about the belt sander I got. I do a lot of shaping on my belt sander. I'm lucky to have some great tools, toys. I have about 20 square feet of movement between tools, not complaining, just what it is. I think that's what it is no matter what. I think we all fill up the space we got, no matter what it is. I worked out of the house we had before here. Was the biggest. It was a what do you call it? Split level. So it meant we end up with extra garage. Like it was a 2-car garage, but it was long for a 2-car garage. It wasn't quite as wide as what I've got now, but it was long. But we also did all of our storage in it. We didn't have any other space for storage. So I had about half that space to use, which is about a third of the space I've got now. And it worked plenty good. When I got here, I just made things bigger. Like I made bigger tables for my table saws and stuff like that. My shop is 11 by 19 and I use every inch. Yeah. And 19 wide is a lot. Like that sounds good. In fact, I'm lucky to have some great tools. Yeah, I read that, Mike. Sorry. But yeah, what's reverse both mean? I'm not quite sure what you meant. Beard grooves. I don't want to miss you. I might have got lost in the conversation because I'm slightly starving. Do y'all wash your knives? I never wash my knives. I never cut anybody else's food, but I never wash my knives. Maybe that's gross. Mike says, we have the same square foot. Mine is 10 by 20. What are we up to today? Hey, mainly how we doing? We are peeling an orange, I think. We were in the shop today. Me and my buddy were making some floor joist sisters so that we can rebuild this exterior wall support before we put this deck back together. And he's taking lunch break at McDonald's, and I'm taking a lunch break at fitness camp. What up, Frank Sinatra? My God, Frank, I've been disrespecting you far too long, friend. I apologize, man. My fault, bro. I've been tripping. Oh, so what you been up to, man? I saw y'all fishing yesterday, man. Did you catch something? I mean, it's not important, but it's fun if you did to brag about it. Did y'all catch something? Because it looked like y'all had a good time. Yeah, the content is coming. Here's my thing. I had a thought the other day, right? I'm going to try to make it short about it. I had a thought while I was straightening up my space downstairs. I had the thought that you're always creating an environment for something, right? For something. And all you have to do is look at the space and you can tell what environment you're creating. You may not be able to tell what the intention was, but you can tell what's actually happening. And I was creating a space that there was so much clutter that if rodents got in, they could live. And I said, that could really happen. It hasn't. I'm not trying to make it happen, but it could have. And that from that thought alone, I said, I got to clear out all of the junk now. And that's what I did. Now, bringing that back, to the channel. And I said, I am creating an environment with the channel as well. And whatever I'm doing on the channel is contributing to that environment. And I don't want to give the impression that if it becomes too complicated, run away. I want to give the impression, if it gets too complicated, find a different way of approaching it. So, just like these rafters, these floor joists that are engineered at exactly 12 inches that I cannot buy, I have to make them. I'm making a way. What am I going to do is just tell the client, oh, these are broken, I can't do anything, your house is fucked. Like, no. Got to make a way. If you commit to it, you got to figure out a way to make a way. And maybe it won't be what you anticipated. Maybe it'll be tough for a little while. Maybe it'll be even sleeping for a little while. But if I'm going to create an environment that I am trying to teach people in, I would rather teach them how to overcome the difficulties of trying to maintain the channel and your life, because that's what I'm doing. And maybe it's a way to say, hey, maybe don't overwhelm yourself at first. You know what I'm saying? Maybe build up, or maybe scale back, or whatever it is. But in business, I tell everybody, every young business guy I'll talk to, as long as you're in business, you're doing good. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a thousandaire. You don't have to have money in the bank. But if you got your bill paid today, enough to get gas in your truck and go make money today, then you are succeeding. And I wouldn't allow somebody who was telling me that in a year's time, they got 20,000 people to click a button and say, I want to see what else this guy has to say or do or build. I wouldn't call that fail. And I wouldn't say that's an investment you should give up. I would say, imagine what 1 year looks like if you got to 20,000 from zero. What 1 year looks like if you start at 20,000 and go from there. That's enough motivation to say, hey, another year may make all the difference in the world. But you have to do it in a way that doesn't damage you or the family or the house or the mental. Because this is a lot of psychological stuff. I've had dreams about creating content every single night, and I don't have dreams about creating content. I don't. I've had a dream about creating content every single night since I've made the decision to kind of pull back or either stop. And I'm like, I'm not getting away from it, so might as well face it. When my subconscious is trying to put something on me, I'll listen. Facts, Wes, you know they say cleanliness is next to godliness. Weird thing is you never know who's watching and who you're inspiring and who you're motivating. Right. And I don't want to motivate anybody to quit. And I don't want to look ungrateful for people who are still going and have less followers or less whatever than me. Or they're just a different phase of whatever their journey is than me. But we all kind of measure ourselves off of our friends and our families and those we're close to and those we pay attention to. And I kind of do that too. So, Woodchucker's not quitting. Calvin's not quitting. Rob's not quitting. Lions isn't quitting. Mike's not quitting. Pilato's not quitting. And maybe we're making money, maybe we're not. What we are is making content and making friends and making stuff. Shout out to Mike is making stuff. We'll do it however we can, best we can. Best we can. And I won't be disappointed in myself if the best I can isn't as much as what I had available to do 2, 3, 6 months ago. Anyway, thanks for having lunch with me. There will be periods of time that this kind of thing happens, and the numbers will reflect it. There will also be periods of time where things like downstairs is happening, where turn the saws on, put the phone in the corner, and get to work, because that's what I gotta do. But there will also be times where, if I can figure out how to do it, I can put some how-to videos together, or how I did videos together, and inspire somebody if it does. Beard Groove says Rob is an inspiration. Absolutely. Shouts out for him today. Y'all show him some love when you see him. He's having a tough time today. Just tagged you on Woo Arcade post. Oh, word? Right on, Viper. Appreciate you. Take us to a barbecue. You know, all the barbecues out here happen. Oh, forgive my windows. That's where the barbecues be happening, family. That's where the barbecues be happening. And you know, Runic, who is got some both Sicilian and some New Orleans descent in him, is gonna teach me how to make ribs and brisket. Because I can cook, but I can cook what I've learned to cook, and I never learned to cook brisket. I never learned to cook ribs. And I don't want to deprive my family of high quality ribs and briskets. My son loves barbecue. And we grill once a week. We grill once a week, family. Yeah. Forgive me for the instant light. But yeah, this is, see that slab? So we can put that stuff on. But look, they were asking me to throw these chairs away, these 2 white ones. I was like, they're decent, they're just dirty. And they were like, oh, they're so dirty. I was like, okay. Put the pressure washer on these bad boys. That chair we made on a live stream. And it works great. I love it. I didn't make this on the live stream, but I did make it just before, well, about a year before YouTube. And I've been not staining it because I wanted to see how it held up, how cedar just held up untouched naturally. So it's been 2 years, but it obviously needs it now. So I'm gonna put some cleaner on, clean them up, and see if I can make them look new. Do a video on that, I guess. And you know, yeah, this is super peaceful. This is my this is a great space. This is a great space. Especially like as soon as it's green, like it is now, it's fantastic. I'll tell you what's up is the whole neighborhood was like this, and then they started building some apartments. We did, like, since we moved in, and some people had this backyard, and now they have a view of parking lot of apartments. But I'm so deep in the neighborhood that those are houses back there. Like the creek is behind mine, so you can't develop. You can't develop. Yeah, yeah, it is sad because we had deer in our yard all the time. Um, not as much anymore since they started doing that. You see the tree we knocked down yesterday or the day before yesterday? That guy laid it down right there in the path, like right next to the path, perfectly. Like it was just him and two other dudes. He had a chainsaw. All the other dudes did was drive the trucks. Yeah, big old poplar trees. Uh-oh. But those two eventually were going to threaten the house. The one that y'all saw fall in the short, it was going to threaten the driveway. It was already starting to bow the driveway a little bit in the 3-4 years we've been here, and I didn't want it to break it up. And we got a couple more trees I'm going to knock down here too, because I want grass. It's too shady in my front yard to have grass. And we're starting to, because I knocked down a couple other little trees. All right, so thanks for those 35 likes, anybody who did it. Hey Farrah, how you doing? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to shut up. Nature is beautiful. People stop realizing the best things in life are free. Facts. Facts. For instance, instead of, because I'm an active guy and I am awake 18 hours a day. And because I'm awake 18 hours a day, I am actively doing something probably all that time. And I used to, when I was a kid, not a kid, but I realized that my compulsions were real when I was a young man and my daughter was born. I was in my 20s. I was maybe 23, 24. And I was playing Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I played it overnight. I thought I'd been playing for an hour. I've been playing for 13 and a half hours. So instead of that, now I do this. Clover seed, I gotta find some. Well, folks, I gotta go to work. Take care, all, and hope to see y'all again soon. Thank you, Tree, for coming through. We'll see you, fams. Might make Tree a moderator too. That way we'll see him when he come in. Back to work, back to work, back to work. What do I want to do with this one? That's just going on the truck. I'm going back. These things are just going to get added and built. I got to make some phone calls to that client. It's weird because you can kind of see how the trees sort of grow. It's almost from bad to worse. If you were to have the ideal option, just while we're here and, feeling preachy, this is the worst. This is not what you would want. Ideally, you don't want that pith and you don't want all that. That's going to give all of this wood all the room that it wants to turn almost in any direction. So this will be wiggly and warbly. It won't be for what we're doing because we're going to fasten it and sister it and all that stuff. This is the worst one. If you were looking for wood, this would be also bad. This would not be great either. Out of this selection, this is probably the best grain to work with, although not ideal still, but the best out of this group. And then second would be something like that out of this group. But I did check these. They were very, very straight going in. We picked them, so they'll stay put once they got the nails and screws and stuff in them. Plus, I bet if you don't get out of bed, your wife thinks something is wrong with you. 18 hours a day is crazy work. That's like 100 hours a week. Yeah, it is. But it's what I'm built. You know, people say all the time. My buddy Brad, their wife would say, because of course he's my friend, so he's on my channel. He's got my channel on there, and his wife says, "Does Wes work?" I see him on YouTube every day. Yeah, I definitely do. I'm a workaholic both ways. Good work ethic. Yeah, maybe I'm also a little bit shell shocked from young poverty. Who knows? But I think we're good for these things. I might just load them up on a truck, and get back to that for a little bit. God dang it, Carrie! I was asking about you the other day. I was gonna send you an email if I didn't hear from you. Cause I was just like, I don't think I've seen Carrie in a while. Yeah, good to catch you too. I'm glad you caught me. Glad you caught me. You good, Brad? Whenever you're ready. You've been busy? Yeah, you and me both. I'm glad you found a little time. Wes, I'm in class and I can't chat, but I hit the like button. I appreciate you, soldier. You're a good guy. Yeah, I'm good, Carrie. I'm sort of always, you know, even when I'm bad, I'm good. You know what I mean? Bad in specific items, you know what I mean? Bad foot, you know? Bad truck, all right, something like that. But overall, my life is almost always very good. So, grateful for that. I don't say nothing, but I think there's a bear behind me following me in my driveway. I'm fucking with you, bro. I said I don't want to, and I was making a joke on loud. I said there's a bear behind me following me in my driveway. I think this we just gonna load on the truck because that's where it's gotta go. That big 12 by.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that, and then I'm thinking I'll just put these on the truck.
Yeah.
Leave the tarp off of them, just so the sun will get them and that glue can dry a little bit.
Yeah. That breeze.
And then when it's time, you scoot over there. I may go by Lowe's to see if Lowe's has got the 14 footers. I think Home Depot had, it was one of them too, that didn't have 14s. They had 12 and 16s. But I need 14s ideally.
You said Depot didn't have them.
Depot didn't have them?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And they only had 12.
We're gonna go by Lowe's then and check on that when it's time to. When it's time to. But yeah, you can break that down then too if you want. Oh. Whole new idea. Okay. While these dry, it's not that fucking wall down. You know what I'm saying? These can sit right here.
Let's put a fan on them.
Huh?
Want to put a fan on them for a minute?
We can do that.
Right back.
I'm trying to think how we're gonna make it through with that wall once we can knock it out. We bring it through here,
Yeah.
and I'll push all this shit to the side too. Brad, this with me, and we'll pull it this way So we'll give ourselves a clean, easy exit. These are gonna lean toward it. You gonna crush your forearms?
You know what I mean? I made them soft like baby poop.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What if baby's turds were hard and raw? It was bad. It was like, I think this kid is sick.
Sick. Get the bread away from them.
And yeah, just move that compressor whenever you get that situated. Hope everyone has a great day. I'm off for now. See you later, Taz. Have a good one, Mike and Taz. The bear. I really wanted that Stradivarius that you made. Man, I feel like my life would be complete. What? Beard Grooves make an author. And it's yours. Still got it. Still got it. Where the heck is my flash? Oh, over here. What are we going to need for that wall? Sawzall. Nothing on the back of the work phone.
I don't think so. Can you roll this down like a little bit?
We're going to push it straight back to the wall.
Straight back.
Get all these boards in behind the first place. Push it straight back.
Got them Diablos, don't you?
Blade is just short. That's what I want to do. That other one though is a pruning blade. And it's good for some shit. But once it's dull, it's a difficult motherfucker. This is the one right here.
You have this one.
so I can go set up for the other room. Have a great day, Wes. I will carry it. Thank you. You have a good one too. Frank and Mike. I'm gonna knock that wall down right now. I'm gonna get a couple of things set up, baby. A couple things set up first. Maybe some lights, because that's always good. The camera, because I think of you, even though you're holding me back. Brad, I'm gonna take all this stuff that looks like laundry,
Yeah.
except for this and that bag right there. All of the rest of this is gonna be trash. We're gonna throw in the back of the truck. And I'm not instructing you per se to throw it on the back of the truck, but to say you don't have to protect it in any way. It's all trash. I don't know about that. I don't even know who bag that is. So I'm gonna say no. Well, fortunately, I can't get in trouble. But I don't want them mad at me nonetheless. But everything else, we're just gonna pull off this wall and get it ready to beat the fuck down.
I'm gonna grab the gloves right quick.
Okay, bro. I'm here, bro, just taking lunch. Oh, right on. Thank you. So we're gonna throw some slight light. This is probably the least lit room space in the whole house at this point. Somebody hid my second favorite scarf. It's my second favorite scarf. Welcome back to my life, scarf. All right. Don't know these shoes. Trash. Spider webs over here. Gross. Bunch of random fixtures and stuff that I just worked good and I didn't have the heart to throw away off of various jobs. Some of the stuff from this house. But, you know, I did this. And the copper turned out not to be an idea the rest of the family was happy with. That I did with this antique. But I may make it black in some places and do something different with it. Don't know. My daughter made one. I think she said she wanted. Something to do with all this clothing. This was a light fixture that I made at some point from something for something. I don't know. It might be something I can use in this bathroom. I don't know yet. We'll see. You just throw all these lamps and delicate things on top of this stuff. Yeah. And it will serve that purpose for now. This is trash. This can go. And I don't know why I'm so addicted to these globes, but I'm gonna keep them.
Alright. What about this? Albums, put them over there.
Yeah. Those are the only things down here I actually love. With my heart. What's in those boxes, Peter? Oh, Christmas lights. You see? Oh, this is my last box. That's my third tray for under my other cabinet.
Word. This is trash. Basura.
When I was a kid, I never used to burp on accident. Like, you could always tell a burp was coming. As an adult, it sounds like a hangover and burp. I don't know that it was gonna happen. What's the science, Brad?
Huh?
So what do you think the science is on it?
This is all trash to the truck.
Solid advice in any situation, Brad. Feel like we got a pretty good path outside yet?
Yes, sir.
Sure. See what's happening?
The wheels, man, ain't gonna break that.
This one goes, the brakes happen. So, grab it. Can you grab the pedal too? Pedal.
It's paddling, it's paddling.
Disappointed me yet again. Damn it. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty loud. Alright. Celebrate by doing a endo.
Author season.
First off, I still got resin power. If this thing had tires, air in the tires, I've done some tricks for sure. What we are going to save is this frame, because I'm doing the frame on that bathroom door, because I salvaged this door So, do we still have that screw gun with the Phillips on it? We pull these, what you call it out? And it looks like they have some screws in the frame too. So we'll need that. And then I'll get a flat bar, see if we can get the outside off it. We just need that Phillips here. We'll lay it over there where that door is. I would ask you if you're alright, but I don't want to insult you. You saw that sawzall. It's gonna be on top of the that desk. I'm not desk. Rack. You know what I'm talking about?
That red one?
It's a rack on the opposite side of that wall right there where the fridge is. Like
Yeah.
you keep going straight, you make a left and turn around. It'll be on that top of that shelf. Screw heads.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you. Hey, Siege. What up? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. In this case, we're gonna pull the drywall. It's gonna make the most sense. On this wall, not necessarily. Doesn't matter. But we can probably navigate the drywall better than we can navigate this piece right here.
Yeah.
Too big to carry. So, we need to hammer, pry bar. You want some mask? Do that.
Yeah.
Make that hole in the floor. That's easy, that. I'm gonna make sure the truck is properly back. Okay, you can start around now.
Yeah, that's a. It's not a huge advantage to me at the landfill if they big pieces or not, so.
So in there?
It's not a huge advantage to me at the landfill if they're big or small pieces. So if you need to break them down and make them more manageable, that's fine too.
Alright.
There we go.
Would you rather come get them yourself?
It doesn't matter.
I just don't want to get in your way.
Fill up both hands.
Drywall you want to take home, man, feel free.
Maybe that. stop at the landfill, I'm gonna pick it up right behind you.
Oh.
That's good looking
I
out.
don't know you can get it.
That's good looking out though.
I give it to you for half what Lowe's charge. You saying? A lot of decent wood here.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna,
You got lag bolts on the bottom?
I'm gonna use that screw gun though. We'll go ahead, I'm gonna screw all these out
Yeah.
and then snatch out the little draw and nail so we use the hanger.
For the future, right?
Yeah. Set them in the corner, make another workbench. 800 pounds.
Yeah.
They had two different people hanging this drywall. They had a guy up top and a guy down low. The guy down low had a screw gun, the guy up top had a hammer.
Yeah.
I would say watch out for screws. That damn Yukon jack boots, man.
Boy,
Probably be, you probably just drive the screw into the concrete with them.
you already know. And they good for 10 below.
measure the height of this wall before I take it down. People gonna get that sawzall and all that stuff out of the way. I want that next to stand on. I don't think that's say that.
Keep it.
Yeah. We can keep all this, take and put it to the wall with the other one, the next one.
You go right here, you said the next one.
Oh, no. Where the other wood is. To your right.
Oh, on the wall.
If there's room for it there, that's where I'd like it to be. No room?
I'm gonna make something.
You can put them somewhere else if it's a good place. I don't want to stack them and get them in each other's way, so you can find another place where they in that room but out of the way, put all together. That'll work. Because I'm gonna have to get whatever nails are still left in them out.
Where's the hammer at?
Right here.
Huh?
Alright, bro, I need your,
You need the hammer?
I need your help. Manage this side of that board. Because it's gonna wanna twist this wall out with it. I need that to not happen.
Which one?
So just hold that while I knock this out and loose. And then I'm gonna try to knock this up and out. Alright?
That nail
You
stick
walk
by your
out that
feet.
way.
You nail up the stick by your feet. Got some more right?
If you walk out that way as far as you can, I'm gonna try to keep this from peeling this wall with it.
Stay with me.
Still good. Still good. Still good. There we go. Alright, you can lay them down. Oh, that's some fancy. Smack this real quick. Separate them. Watch your hands. You grab that in. You want to take it in there? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, steady. It is. We is getting it done. Some sharp stuff. As a general rule right now,
Yeah.
anything under 5 feet is going to be trash, okay?
Alright. 5 feet.
5 feet and below.
Alright.
concrete anchors. They use chip nails over here.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I don't think I got my deck pry bar here. I think it's at the house. Oh crap. That's not gonna happen. Hey, what up, Pat?
Huh?
Not you. Dang it. What up, Pat? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, we're at the shop. We had to make these floor joists to a specific size, height and width and etc. And while we're here, we knocked some walls out. And I'm gonna try to salvage the lumber for something else later. I ate fruit for lunch, Brad. I'm right back hungry. I might need more fruit. Anyways, we opened that space up. We knocked that wall out. Well, what was a wall there? Let me see where it was. Knocked this wall out yesterday. You can see where it was. I'm gonna open up that whole space. Make an apartment, kitchen. This is gonna be a kitchen and laundry room. Anyway, I might catch back up with y'all a little bit later on. I do have to get to the landfill and throw some of that stuff on. And then all this lumber is also going into that same space. And then we'll get right back to building the deck that we're already in the middle of when we had to build these joists for the floor that was decaying below the deck. So, hope y'all are having as pretty a day as I'm having. And I'm gonna get out of here and get back to work. Like always, West Desert. You too, Pat. Have a great day.